So I'm back in Doncaster at Doorway to Dorkness. Now I was here about 6 months ago, so I've come down to see what's new. Let's go inside out of this bloody rain. My friend used to have one of these in his mum's car. Oh, they've got some Japanese Saturn, but I don't need any more at the moment. Super Famicom, but it's not boxed. Oh well. Theme park on the Saturn. It's a nice box, looks brand new. That's one of Ocean's last games, around '96. That's round about the time they got bought out by Infogrames. I don't think they've got the Saturn 3D controller. I think they had one last time I came. They have got the Saturn gun, but I was looking for a boxed one with the original Virtua Cop. Oops. I think that is the Justifier. So that will work with Snatcher on the Mega CD. It's £40 now. Virtual Cop 2. And the box isn't that great. I used to have that though. And that does work on the PlayStation and Saturn. So that's for the Game Gear, so you can play Master System games on it, but my Game Gear is not working at the moment. That's another thing I need to get fixed. Signed by Timmy Mallet, £45. Now they have got quite a lot of these Tiger electronic LCD games based on popular arcade games and the like, but I really don't want to start going down this rabbit hole. However, they have got a Tommy Caveman at the back there. But if I'm going to get something like that, I do prefer to get it boxed. They've got the old Palatoy Demon Driver. Never actually played it, but I have seen one. I think it was in the Northwest Computer Museum. And one LCD game I do want to get is the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, because I did have that back in the day, but unfortunately I stupidly sold it, and I've never been able to find it again, even though it is quite common, so hopefully I might find one at Doncaster Gaming Market, which is tomorrow. Now, I didn't buy a great deal from Doorway to Darkness this time, as it was Doncaster Gaming Market the following day, so I wanted to save myself for the Sunday. And you've probably already seen the Doncaster Gaming Market video from last week, but I filmed the Doorway to Darkness video the day before, if that makes sense. So, what exactly did I buy this time? Well, I've got some Master System games, surprise surprise, and I've acquired quite a few over the last year or so. So this first game, I've never played it. I always see it, but I've never actually picked it up until now. And it's one of those with the great minimalistic artwork on the front cover. And I did originally think this was a gun game for the Sega Light Phaser, but in fact, it's not. And that is Bank Panic. Bank Panic was released on the SG-1000, MSX and Sega Master System, and was a port of the 1984 arcade game of the same name. The player takes on the role of a sheriff, protecting the bank and customers from the armed bandits. You have to patiently wait for the 3 visible doors to open and use up on the D-pad and the 2 buttons to shoot at the respective doors. But watch out, don't shoot the civilians. And that is complete with the manual. And it's not a bad game, but it's a little bit boring waiting for the doors to open to see whether it's going to be an innocent civilian or a bank robber. So that is Bank Panic. The next one I got is another game I've never played, and I thought this game was a run and gun similar to Commando or Akari Warriors, but in fact this is a gun game for the Sega Light Phaser, and that is Rescue Mission. Rescue Mission was released exclusively for the Sega Master System in 1988 and has you protecting an army medic making his way to his fallen comrades on the battlefield on a handcart. As the medic slowly travels along the railroad, take out enemy troops on the ground and in the air, as they'll stop at nothing to prevent you completing your objective. And of course that is complete with manual. And I really enjoyed this game, but there is no way you can use a controller, because some gun games you can use a joypad or the control pad with. For example, Operation Wolf, you can use either the D-pad to aim your cursor or just use the light phaser, whereas this is strictly just for the Sega Light Phaser. And the final thing I bought was one of those Tomitronic 3D electronic games, and I was looking at Shark Attack because you don't really see that too often, and some of you may know that in Japan that was rebranded for Jaws 3D, and it was like a Japan exclusive. But when I looked through the viewfinder, it looked like there was black blobs or splodges on the screen. So I passed on that one and got Sky Attack. Now, when I left Doorway to Darkness, it was raining, So I just put the bag straight in the boots of the car, and me and my wife drove back to the hotel. And when we got back to the hotel, I was showing her what I'd bought. And when I got Sky Attack out, her face dropped, because she's already bought me that for Christmas. In fact, she's bought me a boxed Sky Attack, complete with instructions. Now, luckily, we were still in Doncaster, so on the Sunday night before we headed home, we took it back to Doorway to Dorkness and explained, and they exchanged it for what I was originally looking for, which is Shark Attack. Now, on the Saturday night, I did look on Google Images to see if I could see those black blobs on the screen on there, and they are indeed meant to be in the game. No idea what they are, but they're there, which just shows it's not a defective unit. But that was £10 less than Sky Attack, so instead of him giving me a refund for £10, I went and grabbed another game, and I grabbed Gauntlet, which I already own, but it's missing the manual. So now I've got a complete Gauntlet. So that is what I got from Doorway to Dorkness this time, and like I said, I didn't get much because of the gaming market the following day, but rest assured I will be back, and if you're in the area, it's well worth a visit. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, bye!